With head coach Hunter Chandley, the Tusculum men's golf team wins their fourth consecutive King Invitational title, shooting a school record 546 over the last 2 days. And coach, just talk about your team's performance.
Yeah, we love coming to this event. The King Invitational's got a special place in our hearts. We love this event. We thought that the lineup that we had this week provided an opportunity for us to play really well. Coming off a good event at Savannah Lakes, had a couple lineup changes, but we thought that the lineup that we had going into this week fit the course really well. It takes a straighter hitter and somebody that is really good around the greens with smaller green complexes there at Bristol. So really impressed with our guys. Started 3 freshmen, 1 sophomore. So we had a lot of young guys. You never know how they're going to do sleeping on a lead, a 5-shot lead. So really impressed with the way they handled themselves coming out this morning. Everybody seemed really cool, calm, and relaxed on the range this morning. So, that settles me as a coach, and I was really fired up to get going, seeing how they were handling themselves, and it was just ended up being a great day for us as a program.
And sophomore Harrison Price wins his first career tournament medal. Just talk about his performance this week.
Yeah, I mean, what else can you say? We call him Sauce, HP. Man, he's as smooth as it gets. Nothing really rattles that kid. He's just cool, calm, and collected under the pressure. He's somebody that we trust full with everything that we've got. And he showed that today and yesterday. I mean, the 65 yesterday is super impressive. The kid never gets himself in trouble, hits the ball very straight, great putter, great around the greens. He doesn't really have a weakness. I mean, he's just very solid. Not the longest hitter, but he's gonna pick up strokes where he needs to, and that's on the green. So super impressed with HP. Makes a ton of pars, and that's something that you can never belittle in tournament golf at this level. So making all the pars that he does, he's always gonna have a great chance to shoot a good score. So super impressed and proud of Harrison this week.
And talk about some of your newcomers. They had a very, very good a good tournament over these last 2 days. Let's talk about their performances.
Yeah, like I said, 3 freshmen. I mean, you never know how they're going to react. You include Ed, Matthew, and George, all freshmen. All had a round that counted this week, and you never know how they're going to react. A couple of them was their first college event. And I asked them after the round, we were at dinner, and I said, were y'all nervous at all? And they said, after the first tee shot on Monday, no. And so that tells me a lot about the kids. Sleeping on a lead, like I said, they were never unwavered in what they wanted to accomplish this week. So I was super impressed with the way they handled themselves. But, Ed come out Monday firing, with a 367 was really big. He didn't count today. He had a couple last couple holes were pretty rough for him, but, we counted on Matt to shoot an even par. When your last score you take is even par, you've played pretty well as a team. So, happy for Matt. Matt even come home with a double on 17, or he would have been under par. And we kind of talked through that, but super happy with his performance. And then George, of course, George is solid. He's almost HP made over in a way. He's not going to make a whole lot of mistakes. He gets the ball in the hole. He's super good around the greens. He's working hard on his putting. It showed too. And then of course Frazier, who had a great tournament too. Transfer coming to us this year, and he's been a real leader on this team. Making sure the guys are in the right spots, and has a big voice. I think on the team, I think a lot of the guys really respect him, and he's a great player. And it showed it this week. He's one of the best putters I've ever seen at this level. He holds putts at the distance, 8 foot and in, probably as good as anybody that I've ever seen at this level. So. He's never out of a round, no matter how bad he's hitting it. So super impressed with all 4 of those guys, all the new guys. So.
And coach, now you get the team ready to host their home event for the fall, the Bob Dibble Memorial. We'll talk about that just a little bit, but just talk first about, playing in a tournament that's named after your former head coach, and him passing away last spring. But what's going to be a special meeting in regards with hosting this event this next month over at Graysburg Hills?
Yeah, I mean, you can't say enough about what Bob Dibble meant to this school, to this area, and even to me. Bob gave me the opportunity to play college golf, and if he hadn't, I wouldn't be where I am today. I owe a lot to Bob, and I went and saw him in December of last year, right before Christmas, and we talked a lot about the tournament that we hosted, and us renaming the event after him, and just little things. We talked about stories of golf and stuff. He just means so much to this program and this university, and anything we could do to honor to honor Coach Dibble and all that he did, the sacrifices that he made. You know, we're going to take that opportunity. So I couldn't be more excited to host an event that honors Coach Dibble, and fired up for that tournament. We got a lot of teams coming in, a lot of players, so I think it's going to do really well to kind of, you know, in the honor of him. So I'm looking forward to that event. Course is in good shape. I mean, you know, like I said, we've got a good field coming in, so nothing more you could ask for a home event with a lot of teams coming in, conference teams, Conference Carolinas teams. So it's a good field, and we're super excited for that.
And head coach Hunter Chandley, Pioneers win their 4th consecutive King Invitational title.